Okay, part two. Part two to the video I just played. This is the one, the darn camera shut off when I touched it. So if you're paying attention, this is the one we're trying to show you on the door here, how to pull this, okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to have to hook up this setup here. I like to call it the Freddy Krueger, this one. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to set this one up. Okay. Now as you see, this has multiple areas to hook to. Okay, and what we're going to do, people, is we're going to go ahead and hook it in. Just like this. Okay, as you can see, you see that? Now what I want to do is pull this dent out because it's a little shallow spot there. So we're going to go ahead and move that so it ain't making that much noise. See how hard that's hitting? That did not pull that off there. Now what I want to do is I want to get down and I want to look at this to kind of see if I can see a little area that's raised up. Okay. Now sometimes you've got to do this a couple different times, you know, to get what you want pulled out, so to speak. But this is quite a little dent puller. Now what you don't want to do is get your hand underneath this dent. Let me show you. What you don't want to do is get your hand underneath here like this and come up. You'll pinch the hell out of it. Make sure you're up above the handle. As you can see, I'm yanking on that with some pretty severe force, and I have not pulled that piece off there. You see how nice that welds in. That feels really nice. What I'm going to have to do though, hold on one second, people. We need to get some different pliers. Right here, we're going to go with these lineman ones. Now to get this off, I hope you can see this, you've got to almost wiggle it off. Okay? Because they're small little spot welds. You can reuse them. I don't know how many times you can reuse them, but I want to bring you down and show you. As you can see, it leaves a couple just little spot welds, but it feels already much better. Let's go ahead, and what we want to do is we want to run our straight edge across, back over that. Let's get you down here so you can kind of see what I'm doing here. It's got a very slight little bit right there. See that? That is about a 1/16 of an inch. So we're good there. You can see we're good there. And then it gets right back to good. There's one little spot right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we're going to redo that area. Let me get you down here again. We're going to redo that area just on the outer piece. And what I want to do is get a small piece. Something like this right here. And I want to come in here and I want to just pull this area out right here. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to bring our gun back up in here. All right, then, I dropped my my dent puller handle, so we're going to go back over here. We're going to grab it. Kind of in a little crowded spot right here now, people, because it's winter time. So what we're going to do now is we're going to use just these three on the ends. We can flip these ones up. like that. And we're just going to use these 3 over here. Okay. Now that was a pretty good pull right there. I could feel it. That's way better. But I wanted to show you, I wanted to break this down and show you so you can see what I'm talking about. And that leaves very, very minimal prep work now. You see that? That leaves very minimal prep work. A little roll off on there and we're good. Now I can take a little body hammer where it's a little high. And I'm really happy with that. I'm really happy with that. Look at that. Looking really good, guys. We look really, really good right there. We look really, really good. We're tight. We're within probably a 32nd of an inch. We're within like a 32nd of an inch now. And that's what you want. Now, you say to yourself, who's going to go buy a dent puller? I mean, I'm not trying to pull dents on my car. Well, maybe you are, people. Maybe you are trying to say, I might want to pull some dents out of my car. If you're restoring an old car, this is the tool to have, okay? This is the tool to have. Now, the other one we could do, I want to show you. Let's bring you down here. We're going to set it up for the actual single point puller, okay? This is like if you have a small dent. Let me get over here a minute, people. Okay, if you've got a small dent and you say to yourself, I want to pull that out, but I can't get behind the panel. A lot of times when you're using a hammer and a dolly, you're flattening the steel out and you're spreading it out. You really don't want that. You want a situation that you want to be able to, hold on one second. You want to be able to pull the dent out, and sometimes you have metal structures that are behind where you can't really get at. So in this scenario, I'm going to show you what we're talking about. There's a little divot here. Okay, so we're just going to pull the trigger on this one. Okay. You see it's stuck to it. I have to twist it to get it off. But you see how that pulls that dent upward? Okay, that's much, much better. Okay, we're going to go one more time here. Okay, and that is this one here. And as you can see, it burns the end a little bit. So I've got bunches of these that came with the kit. You can rotate this 3 times. Okay, but just so you know, that's this one, and it hooks directly to the gun. Let me bring you and show you exactly what I'm talking about here. This is the Vevor dent puller, okay? The only complaint I've got about this puller right here, quality, it works right here, hold on, perfect. But what we've got here, people, as you can see, the cord is only about 4 feet long. So if you're trying to work up on the door like I'm doing, you don't have the height all the time. You have to sometimes improvise, and that's why I had it up on, I actually set it up here where I was coming downward on the work. And that seemed